Welcome everyone to the location and fight guide for Talzur, the Winged Horror. The boss can be found on the dreaded peak, as shown in the map with the blue marking. For this boss fight I use the Honor's Legacy, Amulet of the Blade Master, Phantom's Veil, the Grim Knight chest guard, leggings and gloves, and Dracula's Grim Boots. I also used the Blood Rage, Power Surge, Veil of Chaos and Crimson Beam abilities. This is a really hard hitting boss. I would recommend bringing a few Blood Rose potions just in case if you need some extra healing. Keep in mind however that if you take damage, the potion will be cancelled. This boss has 8 main key points. The boss will leap away, followed by charging at you with 1 chaos projectile on each side. When hit by the boss, you will receive a very large amount of damage. The boss will then throw you behind him, dealing a small amount of damage and also stun you for about 1 second upon landing. When hit by the chaos projectile, you will also receive a very large amount of damage and a chaos burn for about 8 seconds. Try to sidestep this charge. The boss will fly into the air, followed by spitting down chaos fire. From this fire, multiple chaos orbs will be launched across the platform. When these orbs land, they will create a pile of chaos fire on the ground. When hit, you will receive a decent amount of damage and a chaos burn for about 8 seconds. Try to walk or use your dash ability to avoid this damage. The boss will perform a tail or claw swipe, followed by firing frost projectiles across the platform. When hit by the swipe, you will receive a large amount of damage and get knocked back. When hit by the frost projectiles, each projectile will deal a decent amount of damage and chill you for about 8 seconds. Try to move away from the boss and sidestep these projectiles. When the boss flies high into the air, the boss will rain down a lot of chaos projectiles across the platform that will explode when landing, creating a pile of chaos fire. When hit, each projectile will deal a decent amount of damage and putting a chaos burn on you for about 8 seconds. Try to move away from these projectiles. When this ability finishes, the boss will land back on the platform. When the boss lands and you're underneath the boss, you will receive a decent amount of damage and get knocked back. Try to spot the shadow on the platform and move away from the landing location. The boss will also spit out a lot of small chaos orbs across the platform. When hit, each orb will deal a decent amount of damage. But keep in mind that if you stand right in front of the boss, you could get hit by multiple of these orbs, which could lead to an extreme amount of damage or death. Try to move either behind the boss or sidestep these orbs when at range. The boss will also perform another similar ability. This time the boss will summon 2 chaos orbs right next to him. The boss will then use his wings to rapidly fire a lot of chaos orbs in front of him. When hit, each orb will deal a decent amount of damage. Try to move or use your dash ability to avoid these orbs. The boss will also cast multiple large frost storms across the platform. When hit, each storm will deal a large amount of damage when created, followed by dealing a decent amount of damage for every half a second you remain inside of these storms. Try to either move or use your dash ability to move away from these storm locations. After killing this boss, the boss will drop the soul shard of the winged horror. This soul shard can be placed in your jewelry slot, giving you 31.9 extra spell power, 15% spell critical strike chance, 15% increased damage to vampires, and replacing your current ultimate ability with the Voidquake Vortex ultimate ability. If you want to repair a soul shard, you will need to recharge it by killing a primal blood soul during the Rift Incursion events. However, in PvP, if a soul shard runs out of durability, it will be destroyed. Also on PvP servers, only one soul shard of each kind can be active at once. You can now also place the Pedestal of the Winged Horror. In this pedestal you will be able to store the soul shard of the Winged Horror, as you cannot place the soul shard in any other storage boxes. And now a quick preview of the Voidquake Vortex ultimate ability. Once activated, you will teleport to the targeted location, creating a violent explosion that will deal 400 magic damage. You will also inflict Ignite to all targets and pull them into the center of the vortex. You will also gain Power Surge for 4 seconds once teleported. And finally, you will also unlock Dracula's gloves in 4 different sets of armor to fit your style. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and if you want to see some live content or have any questions about the game, you can always come and visit me at twitch.tv/Jiraku. Thank you again very much for watching, and I see you all next time.